Hi guys, welcome to L.A.M.P Tarot Readings, where tarot reads you. I'm back with another pick a card reading. If you're new to the channel, welcome to my channel. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit on the notification bell so that you're notified every time I post a new video. So yes, we're looking at how can you be more open to giving and receiving love. So that's today's reading. This is pile 1, this is pile 2, and this is pile 3. I would like you to focus on the 3 heart-shaped cards. So choose the image on either one of the 3 heart-shaped cards that you are drawn to, alright? Just to name those so that you know which card. This is the Union card. This is the Heart on Fire. And this is the Hand on the Head and the Heart. I mean, I'm just giving it a random name. It's not that that's what the card is called. Just so that when you go to the description box below, you know which card to pick. Either way, this is the left, middle, and it's the right card. Alright, so this is the left, middle, and right card to reinforce. So please pick which image draws you in. Just focus on the 3 heart-shaped cards and choose one image out of the 3, and then go to my timestamp provided down in my description box below, and it will bring you straight to your reading. I'm going to give you 1 minute of silence, and then I'll go and look at the cards for those of you who have chosen pile 1. Alright? Hi guys, welcome to your pile. This is the reading for everyone who have chosen pile 1, which is this heart-shaped card, which I named Union, but just so that you can pick it, but that's not what it's called. So let's look at what this card says in the rest of the cards. We're looking at your oracle cards first, and then the tarot cards. We're looking at how can you be more open to receiving and giving love. So this card, when you look at the image, you can see 2 people. They are in union and they enjoy each other's company. It's like it just fit like a glove, right? So that's a beautiful image here of 2 people in union. Let's look at what it says at the back. It says trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. So for those of you who have chosen this pile, how can you be more open to giving and receiving love? You need to work on your trust. Okay, you need to be able to trust the current situation, whether or not you are currently in a relationship, whether or not you are in separation, whether you are single, whatever your situation is. Instead of resisting it, instead of trying to change it, you are asked and called to accept the situation. And when you do that, naturally, when there's no resistance, change naturally occurs, transformation naturally occurs because there's no resistance. There's no opposing force. So it operates as a natural process, just like how the caterpillar becomes a butterfly through the process without resistance. It just goes through the process. If you go through the process and trust that everything is working out for your highest good, right? Everything is working out for your highest good, and trust the situation. That's how you can be more open to giving and receiving love. This reading is not just on romantic relationships. It's also family, and friendships. So if I just mention romantic relationships, just take note that it's also referring to friendships, family relationships, every single kind of relationship. All right. So that's the first card. All right. So trust whatever situation you're going through. It's for the best. You don't see it right now, but trust that it's happening in divine timing and divine order. All right. So let's look at the next card that we have. Okay. The next card that we have is, it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So because the first card is all about trust, right? So if you're thinking, if this is a new person or a new family member, or sorry, not a new family member, but a family member or a friend or any relationship, okay, if you're not sure whether this person is trustworthy, whether or not, you can trust their words and trust their actions, this card is saying that it's safe. What they are showing you, what they are telling you, the way they are behaving, you can trust that. Okay, and trust your intuition. Whatever comes to you, it's pointing you in the right direction. So it's safe for you to trust yourself, your intuition, and it's safe for you to love whoever this person is, a family member, a friend, or a relationship, or a new person, okay, or an old person, whatever the situation is. It's safe for you to trust. Safe for you to love, so you can trust. Okay, it's reinforcing the trust card here. All right. And also opening your heart. So don't resist, don't close your heart because you're afraid whether this person is going to disappoint you, whether things are going to go the wrong way. Be brave enough to be vulnerable, dare to open your heart. That's the only way we can ever love, because, trying to be defensive, trying to protect our heart is no way of loving. You cannot love with a closed heart. You have to open your heart. That's how we can truly love. All right. So let's look at our next card. Okay, your next card is number 46, which adds up to 1, reduces to 1. So 1 is all about new beginnings, a new changes, something that is starting, a new cycle that is starting. So for some of you, this is a new person, okay, who's coming into your life, or you already know, but you haven't invested your time and energy yet because you're unsure whether you can trust this person. So the card is reinforcing that you can. All right. And for the rest of you, if this is not a new person, is this somebody that you already know, a family member or a friend? It's just saying that relationships is going through a transformation, is going through a change, like the card mentioned about trust. It's like a new beginning in the same relationship because it's going through another level. So here, how can you be more open to giving and receiving love? It's asking you to spend more quality time. Quality time means putting away any distractions, your phone, doing work, doing other things, or thinking about other things while you're with somebody. Okay, the card's asking you to connect truly and openly and be present, unconditionally present, mind, body, and soul with the person, whoever this person is. And not just one person, right? With everyone else as well. Okay, be open and spend quality time with them. It is imperative that we spend quality time with those we are in significant relationships with, listening and talking to each other. Just spending time talking and listening, being more open and receptive to what the person has to say. At the same time, sharing. Look at them. They are basically, they're not doing anything else. They are into each other. Okay. It looks very similar to the trust card, right? They are just drawn to one another. They are focused in what they are doing, which is spending quality time. Doesn't have to be romantic, can be friendship, can be family members as well. All right. It's just asking you to spend more quality time. It's not about how long you spend, but how present you are in the moments that you spend with the people that you love. So that's what's reinforcing this card, that will help you to be more open and in giving and receiving love. All right. So the next card that we have, let me just arrange the cards properly. All right. So the next card that we have are 2 cards from the same deck, which is the Self-Love Oracle. So the first card that we have is Okay, that's the first card that we have. It says, move quickly. Some opportunities require quick responses. Use your instincts and don't be afraid to move fast on your hunches. Yes, because this pile, whoever chose this pile, one of the things that you guys need to work on is your trust issues, right? So sometimes if you don't trust the person you're with, or a family member or a friend or whoever, then you are very slow in taking actions because you want to wait around and see where things go. You want to take things slowly. But this card is telling you not to do that. Follow your hunches. Your first instinctive thought, okay, that comes to you is not something that you're thinking and processing. It's just a natural occurrence that comes to you. So pay attention to that thought, because that is your intuition. So when you have a hunch, it's asking you to take opportunity and move forward, and don't wait around, because when you wait around, then your trust and insecurities that you have will be triggered, and then you will be acting out from that space. But however, when you just act out from the instinct, your first hunch that you get from in a situation or whatever that you feel, when you act out from that space, then you're moving in the right direction, because it's instinctive. It's not something that you sit and ponder and evaluate and think about, because that's what people who have trust issues do, all right? Especially when it comes to relationships, any form of relationships, Trust. Don't lose opportunities because you are afraid of acting, because you don't trust people, all right? So, yes, so that is one thing to take note of. The next card that we have here says moon. Grieving can be overwhelming but necessary. We are cleansed by letting our feelings wash through us. Only then can we move past the pain. So people have trust issues not from nowhere, right? You have trust issue because in the past, people might have disappointed you. You might have trusted them and then they might have disappointed you. They didn't meet up to your expectations somehow. And so you felt like your trust was broken. Okay. And of course, it all boils down to our first relationships that we have is with our family, right? So if our family, we were not able to trust them, our family members, our parents, we're not able to trust them, to be there for us and to take care of us, if we felt like abandoned and rejected in any form or any way, then this wound carries, if we don't heal it, in our romantic relationships and in our friendships. And so we tend to have trust issues. So this card is saying that it's important for you to heal this trust issue. It's important for you to grieve and mourn, right? If somebody has hurt you, take time to sit with the pain, to feel it through your body so that you can learn from what is it trying to teach you. Why are you feeling the way you're feeling? How can you trust more? How can you build relationships based on trust? What can you do about it? You'll work through it, and it starts with grieving first. So that's the card that's just reinforcing that, which what you need to do. The next card that we have is from Magical Unicorn deck, and we have love from your parents. No matter what, your mother and father love you as much as they can. So this tells me clearly that your trust issues were formed from your parental guidance. From your parents, right? Maybe you felt like your parents didn't love you the way you would like to be loved. They didn't meet up to your expectations of how parents should be. And this card is just reminding you that even if, you were not loved the way you wanted to be loved from your parents, they did their best. Okay, from their consciousness, from their awareness, they did what they know best. All right. And so to forgive them, right? To mourn and to heal, to forgive them, to let go of this wounding and pain so that you don't hold on to this pain and then it doesn't affect your other relationships. So it's just reminding you that your parents love you, even if it's not the way you expected, the way it was portrayed to you. All right. And yeah, it's also reminding you that your trust issues comes from this parental wounding. And so when you heal this, right, when you heal this wound, it'll be much more easier for you to trust your friends and your romantic partners, okay, relationships. So let's look at your next card. It says acceptance. I think one of the cards says, yes, the first card said acceptance as well. So it says here, right, transformation occurs through acceptance. So it's reinforcing the importance of acceptance of your current situation. So I feel like for those of you who have chosen this pile, there's something that you're resisting, something that you want to change, you want to take control and you want to change, but this pile is all about accepting where you are. You are at the right place at the right time currently. There's nothing to change, okay? Transformation will happen naturally. This is a time for you to just accept what's happening and, learn from what's trying to teach you. So currently you're trying to learn how to heal these issues that you have with your parents, trust issues, and also to grieve and mourn whatever wounding that has happened that you have not addressed, so that you can trust without doubting, because trust is very important in any relationship because it's the foundation of a relationship. Without trust, everything that somebody does or says, we are going to doubt them, and it's going to cause a lot of trauma and pain in a relationship. It's not going to go smoothly. So how can you be more open to receiving and giving love? You need to work on your trust and acceptance so that transformation can happen. So the next are two messages that are from the Twin Flame Tribe. Okay, Twin Flame Tribe. This is actually an app. It has 108 cards, but the app doesn't really shuffle very well. You keep getting same with a few cards. So I wrote down the 108 cards on a piece of paper so that I can shuffle and, pull out a card. So the first card that we have is from your higher self, okay? You can ignore the twin flame, okay? Even if you're not in a relationship, even if you're single, even if you don't believe in twin flames or whatever the case is, the message is very, very important, and it applies to everything, every form of relationship. Every kind of love. So here it's from your higher self. It's saying, stop trying to force romance. You cannot force love. Instead, become love to draw to you your own. So yes, if you're trying to control a relationship because, you have trust issues and therefore you try to, act in a certain way to test the person to see if it's going to, how they react. Basically manipulation, right? You're trying to test the waters, see how things go, and then based on what the reactions of the people are, you act accordingly. So the card here is saying not to try to manipulate, not to try to force love, not to try and get love by doing things or trying to, basically doing and expecting. Here's asking you to work on yourself, to be the love that you desire, so that when you be the love that you desire, you naturally will attract people like that to you. Because when you are love, when you are in that vibration, everybody is drawn to you because it's a very positive, lovely, joyful energy. Who doesn't want that, right? So don't try to force and control situations, all right? Because it is very clear from this love from your parents, right? It's natural for you to, because you didn't receive the love that you wanted from your parents, and therefore, sometimes we try and do things to get that from people. And so here's just reinforcing you not to try and control situations, not to try to force situations. Just accept what is happening, go with the flow, and take things as it comes and as it goes, all right? The next message that we have is also from your higher self, and it says here, forgiveness is the answer to the question, who do you need to forgive? So the question here is, how can you love? How can you be more open to giving and receiving love, right? And your answer to that question is forgiveness. You need to forgive someone, your parents or whoever that caused you pain and grief. You need to let that go. You need to move forward. Sometimes we think we have already forgiven the person. We've already, let it go. But most of the time it's what we have done is we have just brushed it aside. We have put it under the carpet and we've tried to move on without doing the healing. So here's asking you to do the healing, so you don't just brush it aside. You address the situation, you can let it go, you can truly forgive your parents, truly forgive your past relationships, okay, and then move on from there, okay? So the next three cards is from the Twin Flame Journey card. Again, just ignore the Twin Flame title. It's all about where you are at in the journey, okay? In your romantic journey, or in not just romantic, okay, in love, in the journey of love. Which stage are you in the journey of love? Running. So for those people who chose this pile, every time you get triggered, every time somebody upsets you, your defense wall goes up. You tend to run from that situation. You emotionally block the person, whoever the person is, family member, friend, or relationship. Okay, you try to brush the thing aside. You try to distract yourself. You try to run away from the situation because you don't want to feel the pain. You don't want to feel the trauma. You don't want to mourn. You don't want to grieve. You don't want to face it. So this card is again reinforcing the fact that you have to. If not, you will keep attracting the same situations, over and over again, and you don't want that. You want to transform, you want to trust, you want to be able to move forward and accept instead of just brushing it aside. So don't run away from your pain. Don't run away from whatever that's triggering you. Address, communicate, face it, open up. That's how you can be open to receiving and giving love. All right. Your next card is faith. Yeah, have faith. Have faith in this situation, whatever this situation is. If it's a separation, if it's you're just being single for too long, all right, or if the relationship you're currently in is not going very well, have faith that it's happening for the right reasons. You're learning, you're growing, you're transforming. Okay, trust. So faith reinforces the trust card, the first card. The last card that we have is union, which is beautiful because this card literally looks like a union between two people. And also the spending quality time card also looks like a union, right? So union, you guys will receive. You are capable of achieving union in a romantic relationship. Union in a family, okay? You are able to heal broken family relationships. And in friendships, if there were problems, if there were arguments, you are able to solve these problems. All you need to do is stop running, okay? Stop building your defense wall. Open up, communicate, tell them how you truly feel. If you're hurting, let them know you're hurting. All right. If you can't trust, let the people know, okay, you're unable to trust, you have trust issues, so that they can understand where you are at and they can help you by reassuring you that, whatever they're saying or doing is, they're not lying to you because it's safe to love, right? So you need to be reassured so that you can trust better. Then communicate that. Don't be afraid because you deserve this union, this love in every relationship, not just romantic. All right. So let's look at your first tarot card, which is from the Tarot of Transformation. We have the Two of Discs, which is basically the Two of Pentacles. And here it's labeled balance in material life. So balance is all about harmony, right? Not going to one extreme and not seeing the other side of the picture. So if you have trust issues, it's very easy to just see one side of the situation. Why is it you're unable to trust? But the card is asking you to look at the other point of view, the other side of the situation. What is it trying to teach you? Okay, here you can see this woman. She's lying down and there are two birds flying. Is it two or three? But birds are flying around her, and you can see this ocean, this place. It's like a spiral, right? It's the two fishes swimming in harmony here, again reinforcing union, right? So you guys who have chosen this pile, I think you guys have a lot of water signs in your chart, okay? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Okay, you can also be an earth sign because Two of Discs is an earth sign. So yeah, so this is a choice card. Two of Discs is all about making choices as well. Okay, but making choices from a balanced point of view, not making a choice irrationally because you don't trust. All right, it's choosing the situation based from weighing all the pros and cons and then trusting the situation for it to naturally happen as it's supposed to happen. I'm so sorry the video got cut off. So I was saying about this card, Two of Discs, right? It's all about balance. So make sure you're not just saying no for the sake of saying no, right? Make sure it's not because you don't trust the situation of the people. So it's always important to be balanced, not just irrational on one side on the other, and not on the other side, not on extremes, right? The middle part. So that's what's being reinforced here, and also the union, like I mentioned. Okay, so that's the first tarot card from the Tarot of Transformation. So let's look at your 3 other tarot cards from the Tarot de Marseilles. So the first card that we have, let me just try shift. Okay, let me shift the cards. Okay, so the first card that we have from the Tarot de Marseilles is the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, sorry. It is the 9. Yeah, 9. It's the 9 of Swords. So the 9 of Swords in the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith, you can see this person on the bed with 9 swords above her, and she's closing her face because she's so anxious, she's so worried, She is having sleepless nights and sleepless thoughts because, when you have trust, it's a natural, I keep repeating trust issues because that's the main theme in your reading. But when you are unable to trust yourself and trust the people around you, it's natural for you to feel anxious because you don't know what's going to happen next. You don't know whether, your heart is in a safe place. But it's reminding you that it is safe to love. You don't have to be worried. So this card here in the picture, you can see it's so loud and noisy. The swords are all curved and it looks like it's so tight. And the sword here is so worn out already. It's so tired of trying to, free itself from here, but it's finally going to set itself free from this noise, from this worry, from this, consistent mental chatter, because the swords is all about your thoughts, your mental realm. What are you thinking? So sometimes we think too much, we overly think too much, we stop ourselves from acting because we are all in our head, and our thoughts are most of the time is an illusion. It's not true. It's just what we are trying to tell ourselves to protect ourselves, to defend ourselves. So this card is just reinforcing, telling you not to do that, okay? Because the sword is so tired, it's so worn out, it cannot stand this anymore. It wants to set itself free from this mental chatter. It wants to free itself from all its fears and worries and anxieties that it has in regards to love. So that's how you can be more open to giving and receiving love, alright? Know that your thoughts are all just from your past experiences, okay? You need to heal those so that it doesn't affect your current experiences. The middle card is the 3 of Cups. So you can see these 2 cups. When it's 2 of Cups, it's like a union. When there's a 3 of Cups, it looks like a third party situation. So for some of you who have trust issues, it might be because in the previous relationship or in the current relationship, someone is cheating. Okay. Or there was a third party situation basically. Or somebody left you for another person. So that is one thing that I'm getting. Another thing I'm getting is the 3 of Cups is also about connections. Getting together, celebrating, spending time, quality time, like this card mentioned, right? So it's reinforcing the fact that you should come together with people whom you trust and spend quality time with them so that you can develop trust. Because the more time you spend with them, because I feel like some of you who chose this pile, one of your love language is quality time. So if you do not get to spend quality time with the people that you truly love, then your trust issues get triggered easily. So you tend to doubt and have fears in regards to whether you can trust a person. So allocating time to spend with people whom you truly love, whether it's romantic, family, or friendship, will help your relationships. Alright, so that's the middle card. The last card that we have is the Lover's card. The Lover's card here is all about choice. There's one woman here. She's draped in more like she's wearing the crown, right? She is the more spiritually aligned. Okay, she's more in a higher vibration. Someone who isn't a temptress like the other person who's trying to seduce and tempt you into being with this person. But this person is more, who is not just all lust and acting from this emotion. It's not just emotionally active, but it's somebody who's very reasonable. Like you can see a hand is on his shoulder. It's comforting. It is there. Somebody who's there for you, who will be there for you, who will help you in your spiritual journey. This person's hands on the heart is more like a temptress, trying to tempt you, trying to seduce you, trying to give you flowery words and all of that, but it's all just temporary, not stable. So here is a choice between two people. One person who is a right fit, and the other person who is there to teach you lessons. Okay, who is there to, trigger all your wounds and show you why. Both people will. Anybody, any relationship, there will be a triggering happening, but just that one person usually will be much more in alignment with who you truly are. Okay, and that will depend on where you are at. So if you do your work and if you heal, then you will obviously be more drawn to the person who will help you in your spiritual journey, who's comforting, who's reassuring, who's consistent in your life. But this person is just, temporary. He's just there to play and have fun, and then it will leave you. It's not a stable partner. But you will be drawn to this partner if you don't do your healing work, because this will be very tempting. It's very, very tempting because it's attraction. Both will be attraction, but one is on a higher vibration. The other is just, on a lower vibration. I'm sorry the light went off. But this is the last card anyway, which is the Lover's card. So it's just reinforcing the fact that it's a choice, right? The partners that you choose will be more in alignment with who you truly are when you stop having trust issues. So you want to attract partners who will trigger you, who will make you feel like you can't trust them, like partners like these, because these are the players, the people who are not committed to you. You'll be attracted to people who are committed to you, who will be there for you. All right. And for you to be drawn to people like that, you need to do your healing work. You need to, grieve and heal, trust and know that your parents mean well, even though they were not there and they were not able to love you the way you truly deserved, and also spend quality time. So if you do all of this, this is how you'll be able to be more open to receiving and giving love. All right, so that's the end of your reading. I hope it was useful and beneficial for you guys. If it has been, please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to click on the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. Thank you, take care, and I'll see you in my next reading. Bye. Hi guys, welcome to your reading. This is a reading for all of you who have chosen pile 2 with the Burning Heart card. So we're going to look at your oracle cards first and then the tarot cards. We're looking at how can you be more open to giving and receiving love. So let's look at the first card, which is this. It's part of the reading. You can see this heart is literally on fire, and fire is all about spiritual fire, right? So this tells me that you guys are currently going through an evolution, growth in regards to love, like how you view love, your perspective on love and what love means to you and how you see love has changed and is transforming for the better. It's not a negative change, but a positive change, like a spiritual fire, cleansing your heart, opening your heart to love, which is a beautiful thing. So let's look at the message the card has. Okay, it says transformation. It's not surprise since it's fire and on the heart. So what does it say here? Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. So relationships, not just romantic, not just friendship and family, any kind of relationship. Okay, it's about to deepen. You're going to have much more intimate, deep, soulful connections because of the way you are viewing and seeing love. It's transforming for the better. It's a positive transformation, and that's going to help you to be more open in giving and receiving love. So this is a beautiful card. So having deep connections, deep relationships, not just superficial. So that's the focus right now for you guys. All right. So let's look at your next card. We have worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So if you guys have been single for some time, this card is just reinforcing the fact that don't worry, the right person will come to you at the right time. Okay, it will be divinely orchestrated because you're putting in the work that you need to. You're working on yourself. So working on yourself, knowing exactly what makes you feel loved, what exactly you expect and require and need in a relationship. So when you work on all those things and you know exactly what is it you're looking for, then when a partner comes along, you're able to clearly communicate that. Okay, but for some of you, I feel like those of you who have gone through separation, whether it's a friendship that has ended or a romantic partner that has ended, I feel like if you guys are wondering whether things are going to work out eventually, this person is worth investing your time in, worth waiting for. This card is reinforcing the fact that yes, there's a separation right now. It's for your own growth and for the person's growth, and you both will be back together. All right. So that's another message that I'm getting. Okay. So for those of you who are separated, know that this person is worth waiting for, and it will work out. And if you're single for a very long time, know that the right person is on the way, it's coming, and yeah, at divine timing it will happen. All right. And if you're not with anybody, or you're not separated with anybody, but you're thinking about somebody and you don't know whether this is a person or whatever it is, it's asking you to wait, pause, don't take any action. Just know that things will work out when it's supposed to work out, and whoever this person is, a friend, a family member, a romantic partner, this person is worth waiting for. Okay? Let's look at your next card. We have number 5, which is all about change, right? A reinforcing transformation again. Here it says, show simple acts of kindness. A simple act of kindness can energize you and bring happiness to those around you. So simple acts of kindness, not just to other people, but to yourself as well. Small ways that you can show kindness to yourself, taking care of yourself, self-care, doing things that make you feel like you're taking care of yourself. Self-care acts, right? Like if you truly enjoy reading, taking time to read is an act of self-care. You're being kind to yourself. And also to people around you, to the animals, okay, to your friends, and to anybody. Just small thoughtful acts of kindness will help you to be more open to receiving and giving love. Okay, showing kindness in any way that you can opens your heart space, and that puts you in a vibration where you're able to give from a purer space and receive from that space as well. So that's the message for you guys for the second card. The next card that we have are 2 cards from the same deck, and it's from the Self-Love Oracle deck. By the way, all my decks will be named in my description box below if you're interested. So let's look at the next card. We have Evolve. Again, it's reinforcing transformation. You can see this progression from this to this to this. All right. So here it says you are allowed to grow and to change your mind, your attitudes and beliefs to become stronger, lighter, and happier. The right people will celebrate these changes with you. So don't hold yourself back because you think that people will not be able to accept the new you. It's a good thing to change, okay? It's a good thing to change and to grow and to know exactly, what is it that you truly want. That can change at any time when you grow, okay? Because I feel like you guys are going through a spiritual evolution. So you guys are awakening to being more true to yourself, and therefore this growth can be triggering to people who are still sleeping, who, find this change shocking and not inviting. But the card is reinforcing the fact that don't let anybody stop you and hold you back from your growth, because doing that is what will bring you the right connections, your soul tribe, the soul connections, okay? Family, friends, and romantic partners, all right? So yes, don't be afraid to be stronger, lighter, and happier, and be true to yourself. Don't hold yourself back for anyone, all right? So that's a beautiful card, Evolve. The next card that we have is Spend Time Alone. This looks like a hermit, right? It reminds me of the hermit card with the lamp in the tarot. So here, all decisions should ultimately be made by yourself. Again, not letting other people other people's opinions affect you. So it's reinforcing the previous card as well. Give yourself time and space to seek the answers within rather than without. Yes, so if you're going to make a decision in regards to your relationships, in how you spend your time, what love means to you, and all of that, okay, make sure it's coming from your heart space, from yourself, not what your parents told you, not what your friends tell you, not what your partners are telling you, okay? You have to feel it from within, and from that space, you are able to truly give and truly receive. So that's what spending time alone is reinforcing. The next card is from the Magical Unicorn Oracle. It says here, curiosity. Start a project related to something you're curious about. So in regards to the question we're asking is how you can be more open to receiving and giving love. Staying curious. Just because somebody you know for some time already, it is very easy for us to assume, right, what they will do next or how they will react or what you can expect from them. But curiosity is all about staying open. Like, this is a unicorn, this is a cat. I mean, if the cat knows it's a unicorn, it can just not bother. It knows it's a horn. But the cat's so curious about the horn, like what can it do, It's a sense of wonder, like a child. So it's asking you to keep that sense of wonder, not to draw conclusions on what you think you know, to stay open. And that helps you to be more receptive in giving and receiving love, okay? Stay curious, don't draw conclusions. Have a sense of wonder. This helps you to evolve and grow and transform and deepen your soul connections and deepen your relationships. All right, so that's curiosity. The next card that we have is divine timing. Wow, it reinforces again here divine timing, right? So these two cards are literally just reinforcing each other to remind you again, if there's something that is troubling you, is worrying you, that you truly want things to happen. It's saying that will happen in divine timing. Don't rush things, okay? Things will happen as they are meant to happen, okay? When they are meant to happen. So take this time to learn, grow, and spend time alone. Okay? So the next cards that we have is from the Twin Flame tribe. This is actually an app. It has 108 cards, but the app doesn't really work very well because it kind of like just use the first few cards. So I wrote down the 108 cards. You can download the app and go to the website and you can look at each of the cards one by one, okay? So the card that you have, first one that you have from that deck is, please forgive me. I have never meant to hurt you. Everything I have done was meant to help you uncover your true self. So if those of you who are in separation, as you already know, this person is worth waiting for, and this is a message from them, from their higher self, okay? They're letting you know that if you have been hurt by them, it wasn't intentional, they didn't intentionally mean to hurt you, okay? This pain and hurt that you are feeling, and of course the person you're with also feels. Sometimes we feel like it's only us that's going through pain and hurt, but we fail to realize that relationships work both ways. So our partners feel the same thing, all right? So they have been hurt as well, and you have been hurt. And the reason is because it's trying to uncover you to your true self, okay? To find out who you truly are, which is why you need to spend time alone, okay? Which is why you're evolving and transforming, all right? Which is why divine timing is when this union again will happen, all right? And if you're single for too long, okay, it's because you need to heal your wounds that previous relationships happened, so that you can be true to yourself. And when you're true to yourself in divine timing, your right partners will come to you. All right, so let's look at the next card from the same deck. This is a message again from your twin flames or from your partner's higher self. It says, there is no need to be jealous. Even if I am with someone else, no one can take your place. So for those of you who are separated from the person, know that this person is still thinking of you. You're still on their mind. You're irreplaceable. So if you're worried about whether this person will move on, okay, whether you should be waiting for the person, no, this person is thinking about you, okay? And they are also hoping for the union, okay? For those of you who are separated. So that's a message in romantic relationship. If it's a friendship, the same thing, all right? Also same as family. If there's a, like a argument or whatever, things will be solved is what's just reinforcing. Don't worry about the twin flame so much, okay? It's just somebody whom you are romantically invested in, who you're separated with currently, okay? Or even if you're single, know that the right person will happen at the right time. Alright? The next 3 messages are from the Twin Flame Journey cards. It's basically where you are at in the love journey. Okay, so it doesn't have to be twin flame, it can be a romantic partner, or it can be just what are you learning, what is love currently teaching you. So the first thing that love is currently teaching you through this journey is higher love. You guys have a soulmate or a twin flame. Okay, if you're drawn to this pile, you definitely have a twin flame or a soulmate. It will be somebody who won't just be a karmic partner. The person that you're meant to be with, that will happen in divine timing, will be a soulmate. Okay, will be somebody whom you already know, have met in your previous lifetime. Okay, it can be a twin flame as well. And it's basically because you're here to learn about higher love, not just superficial, skin deep, face value love, but higher love, deeper love. Okay, that's why whatever is happening for these reasons. Why you need to spend time alone, okay, why you need to practice kindness, and why you're going through transformation, and why you need to stay curious. All of this is helping you, preparing you for this higher love. Okay, next we have is attachment. So yes, okay, you guys have a tendency to be attached, emotionally attached or physically attached, or in any form of attachment, which is stopping this higher love, right? So you need to work on this attachment issues that you have, not to be too attached to the people, and not to wait around. Don't just sit and wait around. Okay, live your life, do the things that you love and enjoy, and when the timing is right, people who are meant to be with you will come to you. Don't just sit and wait for that person to happen and put your life on hold. Basically, don't put your life on hold. All right, and when you heal this attachment issues, wounds that you have, then you'll be able to love from a true space. Okay, it won't be from because you need something. It won't be from a lack. It will be from I'm already complete and I'm able to share this love, and therefore I welcome you into my life. Okay, that will be the vibration you'll be at. Again, spirituality. So spiritual high, spiritual connection. Okay, very, very strong, powerful connection. Okay, this connection will help you in your spiritual journey, not just in this romantic journey, but will help you with your soul mission, with your soul purpose. Okay, it's a very high vibration love. So you need to be very open to receiving and giving love, because this will bring the right partner at the right time to you. Okay, will help your other connections as well, and will help you to deepen relationships, not just on a superficial but on a deeper level. Let's look at our first tarot card, which is from the Tarot of Transformation. We have Inquiring Mind, Teacher of Swords, all right, which is the Teacher of Swords is the Queen. I think it's the Teacher of Swords in this deck is the Knight of Swords, if I'm not wrong. Let me just check this and then I'll continue the video. I just want to check what is it called in the actual tarot. Okay, I'll be right back. Alright, so I've checked it already and I was right. So this is the Knight of Swords. So Knight of Swords is all about, speaking your truth, communicating your truth, okay? And here it's titled Inquiring Mind, Sacred Geometry here. So, and you can see it's an experiment happening here with this person trying to conjure like an alchemist, right? And this is the flower of life, this sacred geometry that's happening here happens, and you can understand it when you are curious. So it's again reinforcing the curious card, okay? Stay curious, stay open, ask important questions. These questions will bring you closer to love. Instead of drawing conclusions on what you know and what you think love is, if you stay open to learning about love, alright, it will be a teacher. Love will be a teacher for you guys, and you will, deepen your spiritual journey, your spirituality. Okay, help you to release attachment, and also help you to love from a true higher space, not just from your ego attachments. All right, you'll be from a purer, your higher self, your divine space. Okay, so that's Inquiring Minds. All right, so I'm going to put this card here. So the next last three cards that we're going to look at is going to be from the Marseilles Tarot. So let's look at your first Marseilles Tarot card. We have the Ten of Wands. This is a 10 of Wands. So here you can see there's so many knots, like it's like a blockage here, a barricade that you can't, open and go through. So this is just, for me, it's just reinforcing the fact that it's time for you to spend time alone. Therefore, there's a pause here. So it's a time of inaction, okay? Because 10 is an even number, so it's all about going inwards, spending time with yourself, learning as much as you can about love, what love means to you, evolving, growing, staying curious, doing acts of kindness. And that's why there's this pause, there's a break here of inaction, alright? So 10 of Wands in the traditional Rider-Waite Smith is all about burdens, right? You're carrying so much, you need to let go. So here it's in the Marseilles Tarot is read differently, right? So it's an end of a cycle, alright? It's the start of a new cycle, a new progress. So let's look at the next card. We have the Page of Swords. So you can see his eyes is looking at this, right? There's not this pair. So he's looking at the past, not to regret, looking at the past so that he can learn from his past relationships, what his past relationships have taught him, so that he can, move to a higher love, not superficial love anymore, learn the lessons, release any attachment issues. So this is so the relationship that you're going to attract in future is going to be very pure, very divine, very spiritual. Alright, and it won't repeat old patterns and wounds. So here he's reflecting back, not to look back and worry, okay, but he's reflecting to learn from the lessons, alright, not to wait around and sit around, but to see what this has taught him so that he can move forward, okay, and pierce this barricade and free himself with his sword. But now is not the time, because he's learning the lessons. The next card that we have is a Major Arcana card, and this is the Hanged Man. Hanged Man is all about looking, because you're hanged, so you're looking at life and your view is from a different perspective. Like looking, if you lie down from your bed upside down, right, on the floor, if you do a headstand, you see the world differently, right? So this is all about change in perspective. So when we change our perspective, when we grow, right, we learn more about love, we deepen, our relationship with love. And so the kind of connections, friendship, romantic, or family relationships, they get deepened. They are not superficial. They are soul deep relationships, because we changed our perspective. We worked on seeing things from a different point of view. We stayed curious so that we don't draw conclusions. When we don't draw conclusions, we are able to see things from a bigger picture, from a bigger point of view. We are staying open, learning from past lessons. So that's the entire reading. I hope your reading has been useful and beneficial for you guys. If it has, please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to click on the notification bell so that you're notified every time I post a new video. Alright, so I'll see you guys in my future readings. Bye, take care. Hi guys, welcome to your reading. This is for all of you who have chosen pile 3, which is this woman whose one hand is on her head and one hand on her heart. So this is the card that you guys have chosen, and this is the pile for pile 3. This is also part of your reading. We're looking at how can you be more open to giving and receiving love. So let's look at what this card says. It says, if you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind. For the heart is the gateway of the soul. So you guys tend to question what you feel, okay? You don't really trust your intuition as much, because things you get confused easily, so you're always in your mental headspace, and therefore you don't act from your intuition, even though you have very strong intuition. Because you chose this pile, you guys have a strong intuition. It's just that sometimes you doubt yourself because you want to feel safe and secure, right? And therefore, if you don't want to rock the boat the wrong way, and so you tend to question and think carefully, so you don't want to make any mistakes. But this card is reinforcing the fact that if you are going to do something, it has to be from your heart, because your heart is the one that shows you where your soul is. So trust your intuition more and work on your intuition. And that's how you can be more open and giving and receiving love. All right. So that's the first card. The next card that we have, let me just move this to the side. The next card that we have is release your ex. The time has come to clear energy. So this can be either as a romantic partner whom you've already, this can be a romantic partner whom you are with currently, who is no longer serving you, who is no longer in the right vibration with you, but you are just with this person because it's comfortable. Okay? But this card is telling you it's time to clear your energy. This is not the right person. Alright? It's time to let this person go. That's for some of you guys. For some of you guys, this can mean that if they're toxic friends, toxic family members around you, whom, are draining your time and draining your energy, it's asking you to check asking you to, take a look at why you're doing that. Okay? I'm asking you to reevaluate who you spend your time and energy with. All right? Don't spend your time with people who are draining and tiring and toxic, because they're all just taking from you. They're taking and taking, and you are giving and giving. For this part, I feel like you guys are givers and you guys aren't very good at receiving. Okay? Because that's another reason why you tend to follow your head more than your heart, because you don't want to hurt people. So sometimes, even when you know that this person is not, worth your time and energy, you don't want to hurt them, and therefore you tolerate them. So that's one thing that you should work on, so that you can be more open to receiving and giving love. And the next card we have is receive with love and appreciation. Receiving something lovingly from others is a way of showing love. This is so important for empaths and for people normally, because they didn't have a very good foundation on what love is. They tend to be very good at giving but very bad at receiving. They feel guilty if somebody does something nice for them and they need to do something back in return. Okay, they're unable to just receive unconditionally. But receiving love is also a way of showing the people that you love them. Okay, it's also a way of showing them that you love them. And for those people who chose this pile, I'm getting that you guys are very bad at receiving love. You guys are always the one giving and giving. You need to be allowing yourself to receive as well. Okay, receive the love that you readily give. For those of you who chose this pile, some of you are empaths. Okay, so that's when you're waking up as an empath, not fully awakened yet. This is a common problem. Because we are so giving and so loving, we do not have boundaries. People, take advantage of us, and because we give so much. So it's important to make sure that you receive the love that you give as well. Alright, so that's a very important message for you guys. So the next card that we have, the next two cards, is from the Self-Love Oracle. So let's look at the first one. Play. Reconnect with your inner child. Find a sense of whimsy and wonder in all that you do. So for those of you who've chosen this pile, you guys tend to be very serious when it comes to relationships. You take it so seriously that you forget to enjoy and play. Okay? And for some of you, if that is not resonating, for some of you guys tend to be, because it's a corgi and it's a fairy. Okay? Animals love to play. They love to run around and chase around and play. Right? For some of you guys who are drawn to this pile, this is reinforcing the fact that you guys need to spend time doing the things that you love. Okay, some of you are very childlike naturally, but because you have responsibilities, you spend too much time in that, and you're not responsible to your own self. Responsibility is not just external, doing other things. Okay, you need to be responsible in a way that you are responsible for what makes you happy, how you feel loved, right? And spending time doing the things that make you feel loved and make you feel happy, playing, okay? It can be reading, it can be singing, dancing, whatever that makes you feel loved. Play, enjoy, have fun, okay? Awaken your inner child, all right? And have a sense of wonder, stay curious. like a child. So play. When you play, you're able to be more open to receiving and giving love. Okay? The next card that we have is you are worthy. Abundance is everywhere around you. Feel worthy and open yourself up to receive the many gifts that await you. The word receive is mentioned so many times, right? Here is also mentioned receive. So how can you be more open to giving and receiving love? Because you guys tend to give and give and give, and the reason why you do that is because you feel like, you need to do something in order to receive love. But this card is saying that you are worthy, you're good enough, okay? Don't feel like you need to give so much of yourself in order to feel like you are worthy of someone else's time and effort. The right people will have time, will know your worth. Alright, so know that you are worthy of receiving love, not just giving, okay? I know I keep repeating that, but that seems like an important message for you guys. The next card is from the Magical Unicorn deck, and we have teamwork. Work with others to make this situation come about. Again, it's reinforcing the fact that you can't be the one giving and doing things, alright? If it's in a relationship, family, friends, or whatever, make sure everybody is contributing equally to the situation, okay? Not just you doing the work, right? Everybody is playing a part in making the relationship work, whether it's family, romantic, or friendship. It has to go both ways, not just one-sided, okay? So that's what this card is talking about. Working with people, not just by yourself and trying to do everything. Next card. Yeah, allow love. Again, it's reinforcing the fact that you guys need to work on receiving love. Allow yourself to feel loved. Know that people around you are doing the best that they can. So even if it seems that, they don't know how to show love the way you do, right? Because you're here to set an example, to show people how to love, right? Because you guys are good at doing that, giving, but not very good at receiving. So that's what you need to work on, okay? Allow love into your life. Make sure you don't settle for anything less. All right, the next two cards is from the Twin Flame Tribe app. It's an app, okay? It has 108 cards. It's a random card, but sometimes the app doesn't really work very well. So I wrote the 108 cards down on a piece of paper and I shuffled, and I got two for you guys. So the first one that we have says this: we have to collapse the template of codependency. Free yourself of fear of loss. I'm doing this as well. So this is a message, okay? It's not just twin flame. It can be any partner, anybody that you're with. One thing you need to work on is codependency. The reason why you keep giving is because you want the people around you to stay. You don't want to be rejected. You don't want to be left all alone. You don't want to lose the people around you. So fear of losing the people around you is why you tend to give so much, why you tend to put in so much effort, even if you don't receive as much. So that's what you need to work on. How can you be more open to receiving and giving love? You need to work on your codependency, right? Your codependency comes from and yours is not trying to get people to give to you. Yours is you are doing and giving to people so that they stay attached to you. Okay, they don't run away because you have so much to give, and therefore they stay with you because of that. So that's codependency as well, because of the fear of loss. So that's what you need to work on, your fear of losing the people that you love, and therefore giving so much without receiving. All right, so that's the first card. The next card that we have is from your higher self. It's telling you again, you can trust your judgment. I, your higher self, knows the way, and I am leading you to the fulfillment of your heart's desire. So deep down, all right, your judgment is always right, but you tend to not trust it because of your fear of losing people, because of your fear that you're not worthy. All right, you have self-esteem issues, and therefore you tend to give so much. So this card is just reinforcing the fact that you can trust your judgment. Okay, you know what's best for you. Okay, and allow yourself to attain your heart's desire, to fulfill your heart's desire. Go for that person that you already know, that you already love, but you are stopping yourself from going, for some of you, stopping yourself from going to this person because you think you need to be with the other person you're currently in with a relationship. Alright, there's two people involved and you don't know what to do, choice and all of that. You know what to do. You know who is the right person for you. Alright, so don't settle for something else just because it's convenient. Okay, so that's what this card is saying. Trust your judgment. You know what is best for you. Allow yourself to feel fulfilled and fulfill your heart's desire. Go towards that. Okay, the next two cards is about where you are at on in your love journey. So what are you learning currently about love? You're learning to listen to the message that you're getting. Pay attention to signs and synchronicities. Okay, you are learning to trust the judgment. That's the message. Okay, learning to trust the judgment, learning to trust what people are showing you. That's the message they're telling you. Okay, instead of just giving and giving blindly because you're trying to hold on to people, even if they're not deserving of your time and effort and your space, right? This card just asks you to pay attention to what messages, what are people trying to tell you through their actions, through their words. Pay attention to that, and trust that. The next thing that you're learning in regards to love, regret. Okay, so there's something that you have let go of that you are regretting, or a decision that you made that you are regretting because you chose something else that is more convenient and easy. So that's why you're regretting. And the card is just saying, don't blame yourself so much. All right, it's fine. Don't regret it. Okay, allow yourself. If you know what is it that you want right now, go towards it. Go forward, communicate it. Make it happen. Okay, and heal whatever that is causing you to feel regret. All right, know that whatever has happened for the right reasons, because you need to learn and grow. It's not your mistake entirely. It's nobody's mistake. Okay, we are here to learn our lessons. Okay, so don't be so hard on yourself. All right, forgive yourself and learn and grow and move forward and communicate it. Next, we have self-love. Yes, obviously, this has to come out. Wasn't surprised when I saw this come out as well. Okay, so self-love. Yes, you are here to learn to love yourself, learn to receive love, not just provide for others, but take care of yourself, your needs and your wants as well. All right, play and have fun doing the things that you truly love and you truly enjoy. All right, not just providing and giving and giving and giving. Okay, next we're going to look at the card from the Tarot of Transformation, your first tarot card from the Tarot of Transformation. We have the 4 discs. This is manifesting home. So here you can see a turtle. A turtle has a shell that it's carrying. So this is all about feeling comfortable in your own skin, knowing that wherever you are, as long as you are comfortable, that place is home. Instead of searching for a place, right, and building it in someone or somewhere, right, know that you are home with yourself if you know that, it's home is with you. You're carrying it all around you. Okay, because you guys want to feel safe. You guys want to feel secure. You guys want to have relationships around you that make you feel safe and secure. That's what a home is all about, right? Security, stability, right? So this security and this stability comes from you feeling comfortable with yourself. When you feel comfortable, safe and secure in your own skin, then it doesn't matter who goes. It doesn't matter who leaves. It doesn't matter. You won't hold on to people so tightly. You won't be codependent, all right? You know that, home is where you are at. And the right people will be drawn to that. You won't be chasing people, okay? So let's look. I'm just going to put this down. Let's look at your last 3 tarot cards, which is from the Marseilles tarot. First card that we have is the 4. Wow, it's repeating this card, right? This is the 4 of Pentacles, same as the 4 of this. The 4 of Pentacles, all about this feeling safe and secure, right? And the security here is 4 here. It's like a square, right? So it's very stable. It's a stable shape. okay, which you want to protect. So there's a shield here, right? It looks like you want to protect this home, you want to protect this place, which is why you're holding on to it, right? So it's asking you to look at what makes you feel home with yourself before looking and searching it externally. The next tarot card that we have is Temperance. Temperance is all about balance, right? Balance is all about equal give and take, not just giving, not just receiving, but ensuring that what you're giving, you are receiving. What you're receiving, you are giving. So it's again reinforcing the ability to receive, not just give, right? So here, for those of you who have chosen this pile, you guys are givers. So it's asking you to come into balance. Okay, that's when you attract right partnerships, right relationships, not just romantic, not just family, friendships as well. That's equal give and take, okay? Let's look at your last tarot card. We have the Two of Cups. There's a beautiful end to your reading. Two of Cups is all about this union. Okay, two people completely and utterly in love with each other. Okay, it's coming together of two compatible people. So even if it's not in a romantic relationship, friendships, having a deeper connection in friendships and family happens when you work on yourself, your self-love. When there's equal give and take, you attract the right partner, the right person. Okay, the person is there for you. Okay, you will attract this person when you learn to be balanced, right? You won't attract people who will just drain you and take from you, okay, without putting in the work. You won't be the only one doing. There'll be teamwork in the relationship. Okay, so that's how you can be more open to giving and receiving love, okay, by ensuring that you're not the only one putting in the effort. Learn to receive, know that you're worthy. Okay, work on your insecurity issues and your self-esteem, and that will open you up to receiving love as much as you give as well. All right, so that sums up your entire reading. I hope that this reading was beneficial and useful for you guys. If it has, please give this video a thumbs up, and also click on the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. Alright, so I'll see you guys in my future readings. Thank you for stopping by. Take care and bye.